It appears I've seen a couple more potential restoration projects. That looks like a Ransom's, another Ransom's there. Well, I don't know if these are restorable or not, that's the thing. Looks like a Fortune tractor. There's the end of one bit of the railway line. Right, we're gonna head round to the steam engines. I'm gonna work my way to the bottom and then go all the way back up again. So there's a old school caravan there. These would have been, well, people would have pulled these behind the steam engines and as they were doing various jobs on various farms, going from farm to farm. Right, just there's a not quite so clean steam engine. What's this one? Right, so I don't know what this one is. Just going to see if I can have a little read. I'm not sure. I'll probably see these in the arena later, so I'm not going to get a good view of these.
Morning.
So that that says it's a Wallace Stevens actually. Always look for clues. So there's a Wallace Stevens, or the back end of it anyway. Some of them parked. Imagine trying to reverse one of these. So what's this one? Right, so that is, what is that one? Barnes Brothers. Not really going to get much of a view of this, am I? What is that? Barnes Brothers, Southwick, Wiltshire. What is it? Oh. Now we'll see these in the arena later actually. Hopefully they might do the steam games, but depends how hot it is. Yeah, so that looks like we go up here a minute. This one's Ebenezer. So there's Ebenezer. Next to that is Thelma. And that's an Aveling and Porter. So one I saw the back end of, just to the right, is an Aveling and Porter. That looks like a, I think this is another Aveling and Porter, this one. Yes, it is. Invicta branded as well. I'm not really going to get much of a... So I'm just going to get myself out of this bit. There's a couple of... There's a John Fowler. Just that one. The back end of it. It's this one to my left. So that's John Fowler. Right, so
oh, that's all right. Yes, come here now.
Yeah, so this is what comes of visiting the parking garage. You're seeing mostly back ends. This one's another Aveling and Porter. Made those in Kent, when Kent was like the Garden of England. Right, mind the hot ashes. Yeah, so the red one is a Burrell, which is being cleaned right now. And I think that one, I'm not sure what that is. So I'm going to get a view of this one. Try not to get in everyone's way, because they're, you know, in order to start these up in the morning, you've got to clear out yesterday's cinders, ashes, cinders, old oil, that sort of thing, and then refuel them, get them going, build up steam. Yeah, so Aveling Porter, Rochester and Kent. We move our way around the steam engine encampment. Another couple of, a lot of steamrollers been been kept. Oh, here's Saturn, which by the looks of things, I'm gonna have to go read the thing again. Try and get close enough. I don't want to get too close. So that's a Burrell. So there's Saturn. Burrell, I think, Thetford, wherever that's Thetford, I think. Is it Norfolk? My geography is appalling. Let's have a look at this green. There's a one that looks as though it's based in Cornwall at one point. That looks like another Aveling and Porter, that one. Sort of can tell, but yeah, there's a steamroller. Without these, the roads would have been terrible back then. Actually, why don't they bring these back now? Roads are terrible now. So there's Daffodil, which I think is a Burrell. I would have bought the guidebook, but I haven't got room for them. I haven't got time to read. So there's another Fowler. And they've helpfully put something up on the thing. No, it's not Fowler, is it? I'll go take a closer look. Let's have a little look up here. I'll try not to. This looks like is it a Burrell or is it a Fowler? No, it's a Foden by the name of Rob Roy, and there's another Fowler to its left, so there's a Fowler to its left. Yeah, I thought it was Burrell down there. Right, boom. Looks to be a miniature steam engine here. I'm trying to think what miniature Foden actually. Yeah. Let's go behind this person here. Looks like got a trailer in it. Look. Weirdly enough, behind that it says Oldsmobile. I don't know what's going on there.
And how much comes out? I didn't touch that. Yeah. Most of that goes to his head.
Right, I'm just going to move across here. There's another couple of steam engines here I've got to take a look at. I'll make my way up here. Another Aveling and Porter. I've seen this one before because it's labelled up as the Edison Steamrolling Company. Next to that, helpfully, there's a looks like it says it's a Wallace, but someone's stuck a cuddly horse on the front of it, which is awfully nice one. And there's a Marshall steam engine to its left. So right, so we're going to make our way around here whilst everybody's trying to not get wet, even though it's been tropical all blinking week. I don't know why they're so squeamish. Let's have a look at these two now. Looks like another steamroller here, so this is... They ought to bring these back, you know.
I've only just got here, so I'm going to go round and...
This looks like an Invicta brand, so Aveling and Porter, this one. Not really getting a... This one's called Nightmare. Oop. Try not to trip over coal. Suspect it's a nightmare to get parts for. Must get to know people to get parts for these. This is called Nightmare. Oh, there's another train going past. Right, that's enough of that. There's a traction engine of some kind. Make my way around here. There's a... I don't know what these two are, so I'm going to have to go take a little look. this another Invicta, so it's going to be Evelyn Porter steamroller. I'm trying not to. Just says number 57. Looks like another. What's this one here? Another Evelyn Porter. This one. Another Evelyn Porter steamroller. They ought to bring these back, you know, because the roads are so terrible right now. This used to be H. Richards and Co. Newport in Mon. Must be Monmouthshire, I suppose. Another load of these old caravans. And so there's the Evelyn Porter that I just mentioned. Just going to move along without. Right, what are these two? A couple of interesting ones here. This Buckinghamshire County Council. Right, I'm going to try and get. Don't mind, mate. So that's as good a view as I can get. It looks like a. I'm going to go take a look around the other side actually. Oh, Evelyn Porter. It says Invicta on it, but someone's forgot to put horse on it. There's a. Just try and get a good view of this, but this is a Royal Engineers Wallace Advance. Oh, doggo, don't mind me. Yeah, Wallace and Stevens, Basingstoke. Hold up. Basingstoke. How close to Netley Marsh is that? Somewhere I've been before. I'm just going to keep on going around here. See if I. There's something called Endurance here. These are some interesting rigs. These. They're not that quick off the mark though. We just. What is this one? This one's called Advance. There's a miniature Garrett here, running silently. Morning.
Morning.
Let's go take a look. I'll try not to get in everyone's way because they're all preparing to get these running. And it does take doing. That looks like a John Fowler. Yes, that's a John Fowler. That one. Yeah. Here's Evelyn and Porter that used to belong to Bedford County Council, or Bedfordshire. Bedfordshire. Oh, that it's between Bedfordshire and Northamptonshire that Santa Pod's at. Somewhere I've been before 3 times in my life. Behind that looks like a Morris 8 sitting amongst the caravans, probably not pulling the caravans. Chances are these would have been pulling the caravans. You see they got number plates, so they rode legal. They just hold up the traffic, that's all. Most people don't mind that. There's a John Fowler up there. Next to that is a, I don't know what the hell that is, but it's a Marshall and Sons, Gainsborough, England. Now we get a better view of these later on, so I'm not going to get the best view now. This is a steam engine parking lot, really. Now what's this one? That looks like a. It's similar to a Sentinel, but it's like a steam wagon of some kind. Next to that looks to be a DG6. These are some nice engines. Note the fact that whoever's driving this is sitting next to the boiler. Is this a Sentinel?
No lagging.
No lagging.
At the moment. That's a man.
A man.
MA doubling.
M-A-double-N, not as in
Not as in the German man, as in man of Leeds.
Leeds.
Yeah.
Because I've heard of Sentinel and I've heard of the Foden steam wagon as well. But I hadn't heard of a man one.
There's a few overtypes left in the world which look like a Foden.
Yeah.
But they only built 12 of these, 1924, 25.
It's quite rare then.
None of the originals survive.
No.
This is a 3/4 size replica.
Oh, right.
9-inch scale.
9-inch. Yeah, because miniatures are... Yeah. Because miniatures are measured out as like a 1-inch, a 2-inch and all that.
9 inches to the foot.
Yeah.
So it's 3/4 size basically. It's made about the same size as that Sentinel.
Which... Is that a DG6 or a...
Just a super.
Super, just a super. Because I have seen a DG6 that looks quite similar to this in colours of a certain well-known brewery from Kent before. I won't go into who it is, but anybody will know knows. So that's a Super Sentinel there. Here's another little steam engine here. Miniature Garrett. I saw that one. Oh, that's another. Oh,
Sorry.
oh no worries. I wasn't looking either. That's another Invicta. So that's Aveling and Porter. We're going to make our way down the hill, and I've just spotted another steam engine. Here's some more restoration projects. Looks like a AEC Militant needs restoring. That is a Wallace and Stevens of Basingstoke. I keep thinking Basingstoke somewhere. I think it's quite local to Netley Marsh and to other steam rallies down in Hampshire, I suppose. Not really sure. Walk around the old scrapyard here. Yeah, so there's a load of restoration projects here. I haven't got round to yet. Just going to go across and see this Fordson Major, probably the 37N, I suppose. If we go in here a minute, looks like another Fordson. Oh, look, there's a Land Rover Defender. Right, I'm just going to move across now. It's all a bit of a mix and match really when it comes to filming these sort of things. A bit like last week really, there was a load of... See a Austin 12.4. Alright, we see a Ford Anglia, previous generation to, I think this might be a 103E I suppose. Some of them don't have the original engines in them. Another Austin 12.4.
My eldest
Just go up here, try and get a... So they're doing haymaking. Yeah, another 12.4. We move along here, try not to get too... We see a... What's this one? Riley Elf, I think. Is it an elf? Yeah, Riley Elf, I think that one. Here's a Austin, looks probably a 12.4, I'm not sure about that one. Here's a couple of Jensen Interceptors from the 50s, not the ones from the 60s with the American engines, but that's the original Interceptors. Not really that well known. Vauxhall Viva. Next to that is a Morris Minor 1000. Vauxhall Velox sitting next to a Rolls Royce. We're going take a little look down here, because it seems they've rearranged part of the field actually. Here's a West Sussex County Council fire engine, which I'm not sure which brand of vehicle that is. Oh, Dennis Dagger, that one. There's a Citroen Ami, that one. Sitting next to a Marcos. There's I think I've gone wrong here, because I've seen another row of cars up there. So what I'm going to do, next to that's a Triumph Spitfire. I'm going to make my way up here and see this Volvo 122. So here's a Volvo 122. There's MGB. Make our way up here. Yeah, MGB next to a Land Rover, next to an Alfa Romeo Spider, square tail. Here's a Triumph Roadster, model TR2000. There's a back end of a Triumph Herald 1360 and a Morris Minor 1000. I'm going to move along now. There's a couple of cars parked one way and there's other cars parked another. So we're going to go take.
Yeah, I think we have got our
Yeah.
little information.
There's a Ford Anglia 105e next to a Tri-5 Chevy 1955.
Yeah.
Lovely cars they are. And I want one for Christmas. Next to that with a complete camping kit is Lagonda. Right, so I'm going to swing around here now. Morris 8. Just going to move along a wee bit. There's the back end of the Anglia. This looks like a Ford Escort Mark 1, and behind it, we have a look behind it, is a Scepter, or Superminx, sorry. Yeah, Hillman Superminx. These are the Hillmans before. I won't go into the history of it all. There's no point going into automotive history. There's a lot of what ifs and what could have beens. Here's a, oh, I'll let him go past, because there's a British Railways Hellingly Morris Minor van. Just think they could bring that